Hello friend, in this video lecture we will discuss adjoint of matrix. In last video lecture we have discussed minor of element and cofactor. If we know cofactor and minor, then we can easily represent the adjoint of matrix. Let us see the definition of adjoint matrix. The adjoint matrix is the transpose of the cofactor of matrix. Okay, what is the cofactor of matrix? This device again cofactor of matrix. Cofactor of matrix is defined as a Aij is equal to minus 1 raised to I plus j into mi j, where mij is a minor of the matrix. Okay, the minor of that particular element. Ij is position of that element. See here, the minor of this square is relating row and column, that is the 1. Minor of this square. Minor of 3 deleting row and column, that is the 5 in this way. So this is the cofactor. And its transpose is called adjoint of matrix. Let us take the example. We find the adjoint of matrix 2 by 2 order matrix. Okay. So first of all, we calculate the minor of this matrix. See, the minor of first element. We denote minor of this element as a m11. M11, that is deleting row and column, that is 1. Then m12, m12, that is 1 indicate the first row and 2 indicate the second column. Okay, that is deleting row and deleting the second column. The remaining is minor of 3. Now next, minor of second row of the first element is 3. Minor of second row of the second element is 2. Then cofactor of an element is Aij is equal to minus 1 raised to I plus j. I plus j into mi j. That is A11. A11 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 into m11. Here, minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1, that is the 2. Okay, that is the E1. That is the plus sign as it is 1. Okay. Now A12. A12 is minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2. Whatever the suffix is there, take its addition. M12. The sign is minus and then 5. That is minus 5. Now A21 minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1. M21 is equal to M21 is 3, and this simplification is minus, that is minus 3. And last A22 minus 1 raised to 2 plus 2 into M22, that is minus 1 raised to 4, that is E1. Okay, and keep the 12 as it is. M22 is 12. Otherwise, instead of this writing minus 1 raised to I plus j, you just remember we have plus sign, we have the plus sign, we have minus sign, minus sign, we have plus sign. You can directly write plus minus in this. Okay, after the sufficient practice, you can write the plus minus. Okay. Okay. That is m is equal to, see, we denote the m as a adjoint of matrix. Sorry, we denote m as a cofactor of matrix. Okay, that is 1 minus 5 minus 3 and 12. Then adjoint of matrix is transpose of this cofactor matrix. Transpose of the cofactor matrix is right row in terms of column 1 minus 5 minus 3 12. Okay, so this is the adjoint of matrix of the given matrix 12 3 5 1 divided by matrix. Okay, Let us take the 3 by 3 order of the matrix. We have the matrix A having the order 3 by 3. So first of all, we calculate the cofactor of element. In the previous problem, first we calculate the minor and then cofactor of the element. Here we direct calculate cofactor. The cofactor of the matrix is defined as Aij is equal to minus 1 raised to I plus j into Mij, where Mij is minus of that element. Okay. Now see here, the sign is here plus, minus, plus. In here, minus, plus, minus. Here, plus, minus, plus. In this way, you can remember this sign. Okay. That is A11 is equal to, A11 is equal to, here minus 1 raised to I plus j. But see, instead of this simplification, you direct write the plus. Plus means keep the sign, keep the term as it is. The minor of this element, deleting row and the column. We calculate the Mij and the sign is positive. See here, sign is positive. The minor of the first element, this is the first position A11, deleting row and column, that is 5 minus 2 minus 2. Okay. Now next element A12, A12, next element is A12, that is first row of the second element. So here the minor of the A12 is deleting row and the column, that is 1 minus 2 1 and 3. And here minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 means what? Minus 1 raised to 3, that is the or. That's why minus, comma A13. A13, that is first row of the third element. The minor is deleting row and column, that is 1 5. 1 minus 2, and the sign is here minus 1 raised to 1 plus 3. Na? 1 plus 3. See the addition. This addition is E1. If E1, then keep the sign as it is. Simplify. 5 into 3, 15. Okay, 2 into 2, 4, minus, minus, plus, and minus 4. So we get 11. Now next is equal to 3. The product is 3 into 1 is 3. Minus 2 into 1 minus 2, and this minus sign, minus minus plus. We get here, minus 5. Now is equal to this minus 2 and minus 5. We get minus 7. Now next, second row, A21. A21, the addition is odd, then minus sign. If this addition, otherwise simply remember, if this addition is odd, then write minus sign, otherwise no. So A21 deleting row, deleting column and second row, the remaining term is minus 2, 3, minus 2, 3 is equal to, this is minus 6 and this is minus minus plus 3, that is 0. Otherwise, identical row is there, that's why the determinant is 0. Now next A22, A22, see the addition is 4, 2 plus 2, 4, the, keep the sign as it is, plus sign. A22 means minor of this element, deleting row and the column, then remaining is 1, 3, 1, 3, same row, that is 0. Now next, A23, second row of the third element, this one, deleting row and the column, that is 1 minus 2, 1 minus 2, and what about the sign here? 2 plus 3 is 5, that is odd number, then keep minus sign as it is. Here 5 minus 1 raised to 5 is minus 1. So again same identical row, that is 0. Now next A3, 1, third row. of the first element. The addition is 4. Keep the sign as it is positive. A31, this one element. Deleting column and row, the remaining matrix determinant 2, 3, minus 2, 3, 5, minus 2. That is minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4 and minus 5 into 3, that is 15. We get here minus 11. Now next A32. A32, the addition is odd. That's why minus n. A32. Deleting row and column 1, 3, 1 minus 2, minus 2 and this minus 3, minus 3, minus 2, minus 5, minus 2 and minus 3, this minus this. We get here, we get this minus sign, minus minus plus. We get the plus 5. Now next last A33. The addition is even, plus sign is here. The minor of this last element deleting row and column. 1 minus 2, 1, 5. That is 5 and minus minus plus. 5 into 1, 5 and minus 2 into 1, minus 2 and minus 10. That is 5 plus 2, that is 7. So first of all, we write cofactor matrix. These are the element of the cofactor matrix. That is 11 minus 5 minus 7 0 0 0. Last row minus 11 5 and 7. Then what about adjoint of A? Adjoint of A is transpose of cofactor matrix. So we have this cofactor matrix. Take its transpose. Right row in a column 11, okay, minus 5 minus 7. Second row becomes second column 0 0 0. Third row becomes third column minus 11 5 7. This is the required transpose of the given matrix. And it's adjoint. This is the sorry. This is the cofactor matrix, and this is the transpose of this cofactor matrix, and which is adjoint of the matrix. Okay. Now, next we discuss the theorem of adjoint of matrix. The theorem is for any square matrix for for any square matrix A, into adjoint of A is equal to adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into identity. Okay, let us do this. Proof. Consider square matrix having order n. Here we do the square matrix whose order is n. Okay. Now adjoint of this matrix. Adjoint of this matrix. First we calculate the cofactor and their transpose. The cofactor we denote as a Aij. Aij is a cofactor and its transpose. Its transpose as the matrix of order is n by n. Okay, is a square matrix. Square matrix. So of order n. Therefore, A into adjoint of A and adjoint of A into A are different. Getting with this, Why this product is defined? The given we consider the matrix having order is n by n, adjoint of matrix whose order is n by n, and see the rule of multiplication is the number of column of first matrix is same as the number of row of second matrix is same. Then multiplication is formed. Okay, that's why we write A into adjoint. Yeah, adjoint into A are different. Okay, now let us write the its multiplication. You can consider A into adjoint of A, otherwise adjoint of A into A. I am considering the first term. Consider A into A into adjoint of A. Okay. Now see, A is a square matrix having element A, I, C. Okay. And its product with adjoint of A. Adjoint of A means what? Aij. Aij, and its transpose whose order also n by n. Okay. Now I will take this step in the next step. A into adjoint of A is equal to what we consider? A is Aij n by n, and adjoint of A is Aij. These are the four factors, and its transpose n by n. The element of Aij is A11, A12, A1n. Second row is A21, A22 up to A2n. And this is last. Last is AN1, AN2 up to ANN. Okay. Now, here Aij is a cofactor element. Aij is cofactor and its transpose. It's transpose. That's why the first row is A11, A11, A21, because this is the matrix having entries as like this is a capital A suppose, and then it's transpose. Okay, that is the first row become first column, second row becomes second column in this way. That's why we write the matrix that is A n1. So now next, the next will be a second column and its transpose, that is A12, A22. This way A n2, and last A1n, A2n, AN, yeah. It is confused. So for this matrix, there is no problem. Now let us take the particular example so that you will get the idea. Suppose we have the matrix A of order 2 by 2, A11, A12, A1, A21, A22. The matrix of order 2 by 2. I'm going to take here 2 by 2 matrix. So this is the A matrix. This is the A matrix. Let us find the transpose of the cofactor matrix. So first of all, we calculate the transpose. The transpose of the matrix. So first we calculate the transpose of the element A11. It's A11 means what? It's its cofactor, that is A22. Now A12 means deleting row and column, that is minus A21. Now next A21 deleting row and column minus A12. And last A2 2, we get A1 1. Okay, getting it? This is the entry of transpose matrix. That is M is equal to transpose matrix A2 2 minus A2 1 minus A1 2 A1 1. What will be the its transpose? Transpose. When we take its transpose, this is nothing but the adjoint of A, and which is A2 2 minus A2 1. A1 2 A1 1. Okay. See, we write this matrix is here. This is A matrix. This is A matrix. A1 1, A1 2, A2 1, A2 2. This is the A matrix. We have taken the particular. Instead of n by n, we take the here 2 by into adjoint of A. This is the adjoint of matrix. So actually, these are the entries. These are the actual entries. A11, A12. Then A11, A11. This is the first row. Then it become a column. See, I'm writing this first row so that you will get idea. So this is the first row. And when we take its transpose, then A11, A12. This is the second row of the cofactorial matrix, and its transpose is A21, A22. We get A11, A12, A21, A22. And see, we write actual entries of this matrix. That is A22, A12. See, here minus sign is this. See, this is the minus sign. This is the minus sign. Minus sign. Minus A21, A11. Now let us find its product. The product we get the first row. First row is multiplied to the first column. A11, A11 into A22 minus this minus sign. A12 into A21. Okay. Now here, first row multiplied to the first column. That is A11, this minus sign. A12. Now plus A12 into A11. First row, second row is multiplied to the first column. That is A21, A22 minus A22, A21. Now second row multiplied to the second column. That is minus sign is here. A21, A12 plus A22, A11. Now see, these are the same term. This will get cancelled. We get this value is 0. Now similarly A22 into A21, A22 into A22, we get this value is 0. So this is what, if you observe this, then this is the determinant of, we consider this one. If we calculate the determinant, these are the entries of, this is the entries of determinant of A. This is again same simplification of determinant of A matrix. See, okay. So, see, when we have the 2 by 2 matrix, then we get the diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix whose non-diagonal element are 0. And diagonal element are the determinant. Are the determinant. Okay, getting it? Okay, so when we simplify this n product of n by n matrix, then first row is multiplied to the first column. That time we get the value of the determinant of n by n matrix. Then first row multiplied to the second column, then its value is 0. Remaining all values are 0. Similarly, second row multiplied to the first column, then its value is 0. Only the diagonal element is remaining, and the diagonal element is nothing but the determinant of that square matrix of order n by n. Okay, so I'm writing this for square by square matrix. So this is the for particular order 2 by 2, we write this term for n by n matrix. The proof is very easy. If you understood the 2 by 2 calculation, 2 by 2 order of the calculation, you see here. So instead of this, it would be a good idea if we write in terms of summation. See what happens when the first row is multiplied to the first column. That time, this is the first element is multiplied to the first element of this column plus second element multiplied to the first column of the second element. Means in terms of addition, this summation we write as a summation. Summation. Now here, the first element is same. First element is same, say A, and the second will be the change. Okay, the second element of both is same. Right, we write here the K, and the J is running from 1 to N. 1 to N. Okay, but actually what happens when we simplify this? We get two type of values. See, we have seen the 2 by 2 matrix. When these two elements are the same, means when sorry, when I is equal to k, here the last is same. When I is equal to k, that time the determinant is remaining. When I is equal to k, otherwise if I is not equal to k, then it's true. Okay. Otherwise, direct simplify. We get determinant of a 0 dot 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 0. That is 0 0. The last row 0 0. Okay. So this is the matrix. See, in matrix, uh, in every row there is a determinant is appear. So we apply the scalar property of the determinant. We take this determinant value is common, then determinant of A. So what is remaining here? 1 1 1, and this is nothing but what? Identity matrix. That is A into adjoint of A. A into adjoint of A is determinant of A into I. Similarly, we can prove for adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. So this is the required proof of the problem. Okay. Let us take the one more corollary related to the same problem. The corollary is if A is non-singular, if A is non-singular matrix, this is the corollary matrix of order n. Again, there are two things. Adjoint of A, determinant of adjoint of A is equal to determinant raised to n minus 1. And the second one is adjoint of A is non-singular. This is clear cut proof. Second one no problem. Okay, let us do the first one. Now so, since determinant is non-singular, A is non-singular means determinant is not zero. Okay. Now by previous theorem, see we just do the theorem. What is the theorem? By theorem, by the theorem, A into in bracket adjoint of A or adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant into I. I having the n by n matrix of order n. I is an identity matrix of order n. Okay. Now let us take the third mod function. Now I'm considering the only first and last term. We can consider second or third, depend on it. Taking mod both sides, A into adjoint of A is equal to mod of determinant of R. Determinant of. Okay. Now we know the property of determinant. Determinant of A into B is same as determinant of A into determinant of B. It can be written as determinant A into determinant of adjoint of A is equal to. Now see, this is the right hand side. The right hand side, see this, we take its determinant. Determinant. Now we know the property of the determinant. A into A. A into A. Determinant of A into A is K raised to N. K is any constant number into determinant of A. Okay. A having the order is N. Square matrix order N. Here order is N. And this is the value. This is nothing but the K. This is nothing but the K. It can be written as the determinant A raised to N into identity matrix. Determinant of identity matrix is what? Is 1. Identity matrix is diagonal matrix, and we have seen the determinant of the diagonal matrix is the product of diagonal elements. The product of the diagonal elements, suppose if we consider the 3 by 3 identity matrix, and its determinant is 1. In general, n by n identity matrix, whose determinant is 1. Here adjoint of A, determinant of adjoint of A. Now simplify the determinant A and A raised to determinant of A raised to n. It can be written as this simplification, determinant raised to n minus 1. Okay. Since determinant is non-singular. Okay, so this is the first thing. Now the second thing is clear that since A is non-singular, okay, and from the above relation, A raised to n minus 1 is also non-singular. Then adjoint of A, determinant of adjoint of A is non-zero. It implies adjoint of A is non-zero. From this relation we write A raised to n minus 1, determinant of A raised to n minus 1 is non-zero. If this is non-zero, then adjoint of A is non-zero. It implies adjoint of A is non-singular. Okay.